I'll be honest, I was expecting to come out over here somewhere. And this looks like another Church of America. Hopefully with a site of grace nearby. Church of Vows. Is this a place where we can use that? I don't remember what it is. Something for absolution? I don't need absolution. That's right. Absolution was shit. We have a needle and sewing tools. What was that? Special sewing needle for demigod attire. Unique item made to alter demigod attire. What are the tools brought by Radagon when he entered into marriage with Renata, Queen of the Full Moon, and joined the Carrion line? Didn't we kill him? Wasn't he a wolf? Tools brought with the red-haired Radagon when he married into the Carrion line. With these, even demigod attire can be altered at a site of grace.
You're tarnished, aren't you?
You're a turtle. You're talking.
You to the Church of Vows.
This is freaky as fuck.
I am Muriel, steward of this sacred chamber. My apologies for the unseemly state of affairs.
You're a turtle, dude.
You know the origin of this place, how it came to be known as the Church of Vows.
I have no clue. Also, you're wearing a little papal hat, or purple hat? I don't know how to pronounce that. This is freaky as hell.
Well, that is a shame. But who can blame you? The shattering has caused us, all of us, to lose sight of something very dear. It is here, at the Church of Vows, that the great houses of the Erd Tree and the Moon were joined by the matrimonial bond between red-haired Radagon and Renala of the Full Moon. And so our church holds in view the monuments of both houses. The Erd Tree of the capital and the Academy of Rea Lucaria.
Okay, so if I look out here, I can see the capital, or the academy, and if I look this way, I can see the Erd Tree. And I can also see a site of grace, but let me just finish speaking to you first.
Oh, was there something you needed? You are free to show yourself around. I would serve as your guide, only my legs aren't what they used to be. If you find anything of use, you are free to take it with you. Unless, perhaps, you are in search of instruction, in which case I will share all that I know.
Please do. Oh, good God. Holy fuck.
Do you possess any celestial dew? Then I would like to share my knowledge with you concerning the miracle of this Church of Vows.
I think the celestial dew...
Radagon once cleansed himself with celestial dew, repented his territorial aggressions, and swore his love to Renala.
There's no reason to use it.
The order of the Erd Tree and the fate of the moon were conjoined, and all the wounds of war forgiven. This miracle blesses the church to this day, and so you need only follow Radagon's example to restore any bond, however strained or severed, to its rightful state of harmony. My faith does not waver. The miracle rooted in these grounds will once again mend the world. And this time, its bounty will not be squandered. If you would be Elden Lord, tarnished, I hope that you too will share my faith.
I have no idea what religion you are or whatever, but yeah, you don't have everything. But I can give you this stuff. Radagon, I killed him, dude. Do we really want to talk about this?
You wish to know more of Lord Radagon?
Or I killed an avatar
Lord
or something?
Radagon was a great champion, possessed of flowing red locks.
Was, okay.
He came to these lands at the head of a great golden host. When he met Lady Renala in battle, he soon repented his territorial aggressions there, and became husband to the Carian queen. However, when Godfrey, first Elden Lord, was hounded from the lands between,
Oh, okay, this is important.
Radagon left Renala to return to the Erdtree capital, becoming Queen Marika's second husband and king consort, taking the title of Second Elden Lord. The mystery endures to this day as to why Lord Radagon would cast Lady Renala aside, and moreover, why a mere champion would be chosen for the seat of Elden Lord.
It's very, very late at night where I am, so a lot of this is going over my head. I'm going to need to come back here and really write this stuff down. Radagon was originally Renala's husbando. Renala was of the Carian line, of which we're currently wearing the armor, which is highly resistant against magic, which the armor says raises a lot of questions. Oh, I see. So it takes a hit in basically everything, but it loses a bit of weight. Honestly, is there any real reason why I'd want to do that, other than maybe just reducing the weight a bit? It does explain my helm, though, because I was always wondering what that altered means. See that? Altered. Now we know. Good to know. So, it has been about a week and a half since I actually last played this game, and that has been primarily due to sickness. I've just not had the opportunity to play this game very much. During my downtime, I have done a bit of work. I think the thing you'll immediately notice, looking up the top left there, is that my Grace rune is activated. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Right now, though, what I want to do is talk to Muriel here and exhaust his dialogue. I have reviewed a little bit of the dialogue that came out of his mouth earlier, but what I think I need to do is listen to the rest of this, play for about 30 minutes or so, do some other stuff that I've got planned, and then we'll come back and try and decode whatever the hell is coming out of this thing's mouth. But for now, though, let's just talk to this thing.
Greetings. Do you need anything?
I'd need some dank lore.
You know, it's said that Lord Radagon harbored a secret. A famed sculptor of the Erdtree capital was once summoned to render Lord Radagon's likeness in giant stature, when he glimpsed the skeleton in Radagon's closet. And as such, it's said the great statue harbors his secret too.
Yeah, this is all stuff that I want to write down and analyze, either later in this video or at the start of the next video.
You wish to know more of Lady Renala. She is Queen, head of the Carian royal family, and governor of the Academy of Rea Lucaria, the great and beautiful full moon witch. Sadly, her heart was broken when Lord Radagon left her. And then, when the Academy rebelled against the royals, she was locked away in the Grand Library. In the end, Lady Renala was left alone, cradling the amber egg Lord Radagon bequeathed her. Now she devotes herself to it through forbidden rite, the grim art of reincarnation. You would do well to remember, severing a vow, strongest of bonds, has consequences ever more dire. To experience the miracle, kneel in the basin at the back and cleanse yourself with celestial dew. Absolution will be yours. Any bond, no matter how strained or even severed, will be put to rights. To experience the miracle, absolution will be yours.
I don't want to play Absolution again. Absolution was terrible.
You know, it's said that Lord Radigan harbored a secret.
We've heard this.
When he glimpsed, and as such...
Okay, so I genuinely thought there would be more there, but what I need to do is compare that to what I've heard previously and try and come up with my own interpretation of what this dude is saying. So for this video, it's going to be a bit weird. What I want to do is I want to explore some of the areas that I have missed and talk about some things. What I've been doing over the last week and a half while I've been sick is I've been working on editing the YouTube upload for this. I've been making notes and reviewing footage, and I realised that I've missed a few things. So I'd like to spend today just doing a bit of cleanup, if that's okay with everyone. So I'm looking at my notes on the left-hand screen. First thing I want to check out is the Heartbroken Maiden over here. Where are I? Gate front. She's moved. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to travel here and see if she's there, but I'm pretty sure she has moved. There used to be a lady here called the Heartbroken Maiden, I believe. I'm just looking through my notes to confirm that. Yep, absolutely. Heartbroken Maiden. We'll just talk while this is loading. So she was saying that there were people here who came and fought for her, and that people inside the castle were being grafted by a spider and becoming a chrysalid or something. She specifically said right at the end of her speech, if we see the little chrysalids in Stormveil Castle, to pass on a message. I don't exactly remember what that message was, but let's see. Oh, whoa. Okay, that was unexpected. I was not expecting to find a golden seed here and or some flowers. So the reason that I wanted to come back here was that I wanted to show her this. I don't exactly recall where we picked it up in Stormveil Castle, but we definitely picked it up in Stormveil Castle somewhere. She was definitely talking about chrysalids though. Faintly visible spirits try to convey something, but their voices cannot be heard. Damn, now I'm wondering if she's moved somewhere else on the map within Stormveil Castle or somewhere else. I would have to search the entire map for these icons, I think, to try and find her again. Oof, God knows where she is. Alright, well that was a very easy first point. The second point is that I wanted to see if she was actually blindfolded, because we have these things. And I'm still not sure what to do with them. We need to give those to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. And I thought that may have been the Heartbroken Maiden as well. But we're not doing that because, you know, she's not here. Right, at the absolute minimum, I've actually accomplished something. I found myself a golden seed. How many do we have? 1. I think we need 4, don't we? We need 4. Alright, next port of call on my cleanup is Stormveil Castle. We are heading here. Now, I don't expect this to be anything important, but I saw it on my footage, and I'm kind of annoyed by it. I really did want to die there for reasons which I really should discuss right now. So I mentioned earlier that the rune is activated up on the top left there. can see here that my stats are currently through the roof. The reason for that is I've done a little bit of grinding offline. What I did is I went back to Morn Castle, as I threatened to do many, many streams ago. I went here. And basically that spawns me right next to a bunch of rats, where I can just walk in there, murder them all, and then walk out. So what I did off stream for about 2 hours while I was editing video is I basically just grinded. And in the process, I managed to get myself a couple of rune arcs. I've gone from 4 to 10, not counting the one that I've currently used, and also not counting the one time where I died to the rats. Let's not talk about that. But also, I've got a couple of runes down on the bottom right as well, which I'm going to invest in. Well, 1 point's going to go into Vigor. I think the other point is going to go into Dex. But don't quote me on that, because I might change my mind in half a moment. That thing there. I don't think I've spotted it from this position before, but reviewing my footage, as I was making my way up here, I noticed it down there. And every time I've run through this area, I've gone past it. Actually, it was from this angle here that I noticed it. So let me just pick this up just to sate my curiosity. I don't expect it to be anything at all, but we'll see. I mean, 400 runes, that could be significantly worse. Okay, I'm out of combat. Next port of call is the Rampart Tower, just above us. Okay, I'm up here because I don't exactly remember which direction. Yeah, it's this direction. Just want to head back over here and take a look at something. I don't think this is anything, but I saw it on my footage and I would be doing myself a massive disservice if I've actually missed something. It was down here as I was looking at the area where you drop. Now, reviewing the footage, I don't think it's anything. I really don't. But I couldn't help but notice that wall there is a different color. I don't think it's anything. I mean, there's no messages saying attack here, but I'm going to try it anyway. It's nothing. Bugger. Alright, next to that, let's make our way down there now, and we'll make our way downstairs to the creepy-ass godlike thing. Okay, so I was really hoping that there'll be a secret passage there or something where you could maybe then go down that tower, but no, nothing there. Let's drop off here, take the hit. Now at this point I drop down there. I do wonder whether I can make this jump directly in front of me. That's not why I'm here. And you know what, I'm not... You know what, let me just go back there for a moment and I'm going to spend my runes before I lose all 33,000 of them. Real talk, every time you do one of those rat grinds, they drop 121 runes. I think you can compare the before and after in between that little break in the footage. So if you want to do the math, feel free, but just know that it's very, very devastating. Alright, one in Vigor. I'm going to put him in Dex. Let's see if we can make this jump directly ahead of us. I could maybe do it if I had torrents, I think, but just looking at the... Oh, it's close. It's really close. I'm going to go for it. Okay, I'm holding circle now. Damn, was not expecting that to work. Okay. We're actually in new territory. What the? This can't be all there is. The optimist in me thinks we can attack that thing and that'll bring the stairs down, but that's not the case. Okay, that's terribly unfortunate. I thought this would lead somewhere. I genuinely thought this would lead somewhere. Floating bucket. Right. Next port of call. I want to head over to that massive beast again. Which is over in this direction. No rune arcs. So my real question is the ulcerated tree avatar, or whatever it was called, just looking at my notes. Right. The ulcerated tree spirits. We fought one of those in the Fringe Folk Hero's grave. There was one down here when I initially came here, so I do wonder whether it's going to respawn. It is not. Now, the reason I'm down here is because Sorcerer Rogier, or whatever his name is, was talking about this dude. He specifically said, "This is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith the Black Blade and murdered Godwyn the Golden. This became the catalyst for the Shattering. This thing that we're looking at here is to blame for Rogier's condition. And we are not to disturb this corpse more than is necessary." It's super interesting this thing's actually bleeding when I hit it. Speaking of Rogier, I don't know whether he is grafted underneath his skirt or whatever he's wearing, or whether something else has been done, but basically this thing is to blame for his condition. This looks like there's a path through his eyeball there. For some surgery, please. No, nothing. Alright, I think I've desecrated this corpse enough, but I'm certain we're not done here. Alright, what is next on my list? So I want to head back here and have a chat to Sorceress Sellen at the Waypoint Ruins. If indeed I can find it. There you are, Sorceress Sellen. And I want to talk to you, but more specifically, I want to get a good look at your face.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
I think she's saying something different now because my intelligence is slightly higher. Yeah, look at that mask there. What about your clothing? You're wearing no shoes, a blue and red robe. Don't suppose I can clip through and see your face here? I don't think that's going to work. Maybe. Oh no, okay, so there's no face being rendered underneath that mask. That is terribly unfortunate because I noticed during my, not even during the review of my footage, but just while I was looking around at stuff, I noticed this. Now, I really don't know whether Sorceress Sellen is therefore a title or whether this is intended to be the same person. And I'm wondering, please don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, that this may be another Yosefka situation from Bloodborne, where someone is, replaced. In this case, though, it's less of a replacement and more like just someone's maybe impersonating her. The one in the Witchbane Ruins seems certifiably insane. Where am I? I'm a bit lost, don't mind me. Sudden death. Have I been in here? Alright, we're taking another impromptu visit to the peninsula. God damn it. I was not expecting this. I genuinely thought we were done with most of this stuff. Not that. That one. Hopefully this is a nice, simple cave or run down, meet the boss, and take him out first go. And nothing can possibly go wrong. Is that a poison swamp? It's totally a poison swamp. So this is not unlike what we encountered at the south of the lakes in Lernia. There was a dungeon there, we ran into a few of these dudes, and I just noped the absolute F out. Alright, we'll see what we can do very quickly. I don't really want to die because I don't want to lose my buff. At least they're going down in one hit. That is a huge positive. Okay, we have a path here, a path over there. Do we have a path here as well? We do not. Try the right-hand path first. Oh, I'm not going back up there, am I? I'd appreciate it if you drop me a rune arc or two. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's just a rat. Okay, I'm glad I came down here. going to have to heal very shortly. Right, I have no choice, I think, but to drop down. Just hoping I can recognize the area once I've dropped down. Okay, we've got 2 dudes down there. Let's take both of those out first. Not with that. Right, that is where we were before. So I've just done a loop of sorts, which means I went the right way. That's good. Awesome. Boss fight. Let me just drop the magic grease, or not drop it, but I'm just going to remove it out of my equipment. Don't need that. I don't have enough FP to use that, so I don't even know why I've got that equipped. I think I'll use my Wondrous Physic Flask, and then we'll go inside and take a look. Let's go. Miranda Blossom. These things do have a name. Viridian Amber Medallion. Oh, that was painless at least. Anything nice? Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to ditch this one for now and go with that for sure. I'll absolutely take an increase like that. Is there really nothing else down here? I do not see anything else. Man, this is going to be the smallest boss battle room ever. Even smaller than Capra Demon. Alright, well that was an entertaining little detour, but that's not what I was looking for. That's not why I came here. Let's go check out the Witchbane Ruins. Sam, I think I just got very lucky finding that area there. We're heading west, that way. No, that's north. Heading this way. I'll get there eventually. Did I speak to you or not? No, that's new. Ah, you're talking about the tower which teleports you using the chest to the capital. I'll have to add that to my notes later. So I do have a list of what all of the ghost dudes are saying. And by saying, I mean they're not actually saying anything at all. They're just talking in subtitles. Alright, do we have any marionettes around here? We do, but I'm going to ignore them. So this character down here is dressed in exactly the same way. She's wearing the same kind of mask. Look at that. And she is also called Sorceress Sellen.
It will do no good, I swear it. And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
I really do wonder if this is the quote-unquote real sorceress. And she has been imprisoned here or something. And someone is taking her identity. So I have noted that we can give the spell books and stuff to a few different NPCs. I don't trust this one at all. I just don't. The presence of this one here is making me think that something is very, very wrong. Again, don't spell me on that. Okay, so next up on my list, I need to check out another dungeon. I need to head to the Third Church of America. Again, reviewing footage. I made my way south down this path. And along here I saw a white trident. And I said, I'll come back for it later. And I never did. It was right about here. So at the risk of getting caught in another long detour, let's play with this. And can I play with this? I can't. Does it need to be a certain time of day, perhaps? Let me switch it over to night and I'll try that again. If not, then this is going to remain as a, I'll call it an action item that I need to look at later on. Because, yeah, it is there. Surely I can interact with that. Ah, the candles are lit now. But I still can't interact with it. That's interesting. We found two of those so far. One was in the Lake Lernia of the Lakes, down on the south side, and one was in the Weeping Peninsula. And they both led to quote-unquote secret places. We spawned a spirit, we followed it, it led us into a dungeon. This one is not letting me interact with it. And just looking around at night where glowy things will show up more easily, I don't see anything around here that would make it work. Come here, you. There's got to be more to that, but I think what I'll do is I'll come back for that later. After I've killed these dudes, perhaps. No, that didn't change the number of candles that are lit on that thing. Alright, I'm going to leave a note that I need to come back to this later. Haven't thought about that yet. Got to come back and look at that. But for now, let's take a look at this particular church and this particular dude here. Not that cave. I've had enough poison caves for one stream. Heading to this church to speak to Sorcerer Thops, or whatever his name is. He specifically said, I reread the dialogue and made notes that he would like to try and get access to the academy, and in order to do so, we would need a spare key. Right. Has he moved? I think he's moved. He was here. Or am I just blind? I'm just blind, I'm sorry. He specifically said, if you find a spare key, not just a key, a spare key, would you be interested in giving it to me? Now, we found a spare key. We actually found the first one to get inside on this island here with the dragon. I think it was that dude there. Maybe it was over here, I'm not sure. But we also found a second key up in the rafters of the Church of the Cuckoo. In this thing. It was a case of blink and you miss it, but I did actually see it. So I'm wondering if I can give it to this particular learned sorcerer.
Back to learn another? Wonderful. You're most welcome to any of my anemic little spells.
Oh, okay, we can talk to you about... Yes, you're wearing the same robes. Are these the robes of Rhea Lucaria, perhaps?
You've taken an apprenticeship with Sellen. Well, that is something. Sellen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Sellen was expelled from the Academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch.
Witchbane
I
ruins.
still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Sellen would never do such things.
I think we need to go back and speak to them both again. Alright, you know what? I'm going to grab those. Reason being, I do have the runes for them. Because as I was grinding the rats, I also picked up quite a few of these. Just a few. Just saying. Let's use those. I want to spend some more runes later on.
Why, of course.
Alright, let's grab these. I'm sure that's going to be a trophy to grab all of those. Oh, we can talk to him now that we've actually purchased some of these. That's great.
Thank you, kind soul, for learning my paltry sorceries. I never imagined that a bluntstone like myself would have the chance to play teacher. Oh, did I not mention I'm a bluntstone? I don't even have a pebble's worth of power, so I'm afraid I can't help you decipher the scroll.
Okay,
I'm
that's
sorry
good.
I'm so useless. I truly am.
Yeah, it's like trying to become a Twitch streamer or something with no experience in actually talking. Let's give you the second key.
Are you certain you're willing to give your glintstone key to me? My, oh my. Thank you. Thank you dearly. Now I can go back to the academy to resume my study of glintstone sorceries. And the very stars.
Oh, okay. So I do wonder whether we need to use this thing, this gesture, over at this tower here. I'll be checking that out next. I was very worried that you would give me a yes-no prompt on that, because maybe I can give the key to multiple people. But it's done now, and I just have to deal with the consequences of that.
Back to learn another? Why, of course.
Absolutely not.
Thank you dearly. With your blessing, I will depart for the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. Or perhaps one day you'll pay me a visit? Who knows? I may be a decorated sorcerer by then. Thank you, dear. With your blessing, perhaps.
I'm pretty sure you'll be dead by then, but when I come and pay a visit, it'll be basically just to clean up the place and look for things that I've missed. Alright, where are my beacons of light and how do we get rid of them? Let's go pay Sellen a visit there, because she, or we may now be able to say something to her after we've spoken to Thops. Or maybe what we need to do is purchase something from her as well, maybe. And then perhaps that'll give us a prompt to talk to her.
There you are. My apprentice, shall we commence the lesson?
I'm not going to purchase everything that you've got, but I will purchase the stuff that I don't have. So 3,000, 4,500, 7,500, 10,000. That's actually a lot more than I was banking on. 10,000. Take away 2 zeros is 100. We need to use 50 of these.
You wish to very well. I have time aplenty.
Again, I'll probably never use those, but it's fine. I think I need them. And look at this, we can now talk to her.
Our art draws upon the powers embedded in Glintstone. But what is the nature of such power? Glintstone is the amber of the cosmos. Golden amber contains the remnants of ancient life and houses its vitality, while Glintstone contains residual life and thus the vitality of the stars. It should not be forgotten that Glintstone's sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein, a fact lost on most sorcerers these days.
Not sure what to make of that. So you were expelled from the academy for doing... Well, we didn't learn what, but you were doing something heinous, potentially. I won't go back to the Witchbane Ruins just yet, so I suspect we're just going to get there and she's just going to scream a bit. But hopefully once Sorcerer Thops has moved back to Rhea Lucaria, maybe I'll be able to learn a little bit more about what exactly is going on here. Oh, yep, that's the last point there. That is our next destination once we're done here today. Next up, we're going here, because I missed something. Looking at the video, I walked past it about 6 times. Yep, you're talking about Albus. He is very well hidden now. There is a purple thing just on my left there. Heavy attack wasn't a kill. Alright, what is this thing? It's probably nothing. That's absolutely not nothing. That is another larval tear. We bought the last one for 3,000 from someone down at the river. Dang. Okay, again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. That may be something that I test offline just to see how rebirth works. Because I'm very concerned about this Grace Rune not having a... It doesn't say anything about the Divine Tower required to level it up. Unless perhaps... maybe it's in here. I don't imagine it's in here, but I'm going to look. We can't even equip that Great Rune. You could say maybe that's because we have it activated and it doesn't. We don't want to lose the buff, but I would expect the other Great Rune that we picked up to show up there. Okay, you know what? I think I'll take a look at that one offline. Alright, to finish off with, I'm going to head back to the Table of Lost Grace at Round Table Hold. No one's attacking me today? Good. Dialos has left. I reviewed my footage and I don't know who this lady is. I really don't. The way that the blacksmith Hugh spoke about her suggests that they know each other and that I should know her as well. But I definitely went back through my footage and I don't recall ever running into her. I just don't. Anyway, two things here. Firstly, I want to have a chat. Oh, hello. That was the lady who gave us a gesture. Oh! Who was this person? I wrote it down. I'm looking through my notes. Enia of the Royal Remains. This must be her armor. And this must indeed be her who fought us. Has anything changed in here? I didn't see you before. Where's this armor? I should be looking under equipment, shouldn't I? Oh, that's interesting. It's the same weight. We get a little bit more physical resistance, but it's not as good against magic. Helm graced with gold human bones. Ew. Worn by the unspeaking adherents of Sir Gideon the All-Knowing. Slowly replenish it. Whoa! Okay, that's actually kind of incredible. It is said that the bones belong to an ancient lord, the Soulless King, the Lord of the Lost and Desperate, who was known as Enia. Okay, so this can't be Enia because we fought Enia. It wouldn't make sense that Enia was wearing Enia's bones, if that makes any sense at all. And it doesn't, so I don't know what to make of that. This way slightly more. Slowly replenish his H. Good God. It's not as good against magical attacks, but I think I need to equip this, just for a change. It's not going to do much to our weight. It's not going to make us a chunky girl. That one will a little bit, but it's really not giving us that much in the way of physical damage negation. It's not much of an improvement. We do lose a lot of... that is terrifying. We lose a lot of magical defense, though, by having this armor equipped. Either way, I'd love to try that out, because, damn, I look... I don't know how I look. Who are you?
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome, as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon Ofnir.
We just heard about you.
As a tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. To be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormveil. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Firstly, you can't count. I've taken out 2 of those. Yeah, let's have a chat to you. So... I saw the name, chat. I saw the name. Melania. Well, let's not talk about her. Let's talk about Enia. Because I killed him or her.
Oh, my apologies for that nasty business. Enia got rather ahead of himself, it seems.
Himself.
As his master, I'd like to express my regret. But now, Enia is slain and gone. Finished. Forevermore.
And now we might be wearing his armor. Maybe. Not sure.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormveil. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already.
Yeah, he's well and truly dead. Same dialogue?
So, despite being his castle, but I suspect General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat.
Tell me about it.
I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn is still there as well, in Caelid. Though, I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore.
He's there along with someone else. Rykard, so you're about to mention Mount Gelmir, and you're about to mention the Volcano Manor. I have something to say about that.
Praetor Rykard is the lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
You're not going to give me details. So, Ria the Scout, who we helped out in the middle of the Learning of the Lakes, she gave us an invitation to the Volcano Manor. Now, Dielos was also around there. We first met Dielos in the Round Table Hold, and he was looking for a young woman or a servant, as we later found out, called Lanya. Dielos found Lanya murdered in the middle of Academy Gate Town. Now, he asks something about recusants, where do I find them, blah blah. We didn't have the answer. The last time we were at Round Table Hold, yes, I've been taking notes, we spoke to Dielos, and he said he's basically found them. He said, it's on Mount Gelmir, on the west of the town of the Windmills, the manor on the peak. He said that straight after we were attacked by Ensha. So, Ria the Scout has given us an invitation, possibly on behalf of her mistress. And we have to go there now and take out this guy. Starting to make a bit of sense.
Morgoth the Grace-Given is Lord of Leyndell, the capital city. It lies at the foot of the Erd Tree, in the east of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing there, until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring. Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch can wait.
And finally, Renala, who we've defeated, but she's alive and well, it seems. And she's now offering us rebirth.
The Academy of Rea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy. But Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The Great Rune dwells within the amber egg that was Radagon's gift to her.
And we've now got that. But she's okay, apparently. Alright, there's a lot of interesting lore implications in what you've just said, Sir Gideon. I think I'll make some notes on that off stream. And who are you now?
Oh, hello. I've not seen you here before.
Me neither.
I am Nefeli Lu, warrior, here by decree of my father. The pleasure's mine.
Ooh!
As a fellow tarnished, guided by grace to the Round Table Hold.
Guided by grace. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands. You are the son, or the daughter rather, definitely the daughter, not a son, of one of the people who was mentioned in the intro. And Sir Gideon Ofnir was also mentioned there in the intro. Didn't realise that. Oh, Fear's here as well. Fear the Deathbed Companion. Fear is just over in the other room. She gave me a hug and I lost my health. Interesting. I wonder if we'll be fighting you at some point.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father.
Aura?
If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while.
Gideon.
It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
Yeah, I suspect we'll be fighting your real daddy at some point. So I came here to do two things, and the first thing was this. I wanted to purchase the memory stone here. Even though I don't use magic, I did see that these two dudes, or these husks, had a memory stone for sale. And I'm pretty sure it was 3,000 runes. What is Offer a Bell offering? Don't know. The second and final thing that I wanted to do, unless I get interrupted again by someone else in the round table. Anyone else here? Hey Roger, I desecrated your corpse. What do you think about that?
Always good to see you, son.
I need nothing at this point. Although I would like to purchase that. Yeah, I'm going to purchase that. I'm spending so much. That's 2,000. I think I need that.
Oh.
What am I doing?
Oh.
I'd love to know what's going on down there, but at the same time, I really don't want to know. Don't take that sentence out of context, please. The final thing I wanted to do is that now that I've got a second great rune, I want to speak to the lady on my left. Finger reader Enia, I think it was? E-N-I-A? Oh, we can touch the two fingers. Oh. Alright, we'll do that in a moment. But for now, though, I want to speak to you because last time I spoke to you, your advice was to find another great rune. And we've done that.
I had my doubts, but look at you.
Never better.
Once before have I seen two great runes together. Look there. The fingers shudder with exuberance. Fine work, brave Tarnished. The greater will is pleased. You have earned the right to become Elden Lord. Now, seek the Erd Tree and an audience with Queen Marika to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. The fingers expect as much from you as they do young Gideon. Take this, a token of farewell. Now,
Very nice.
go forth. Become Elden Lord.
Is it really that easy? We only need to take out 2 bosses and then we can go to the end game. Surely not. I can equip a 3rd medallion here. What do I want? I think I'll just equip Garcasa. Could equip that, but honestly I'm still not using enough FP to really justify it. What happens if we touch the fingers? That's it. Alright, one last thing, because I forgot about this immediately after I said it. I'm going to go here and use the emote or the gesture in front of this thing and see if something happens. I've definitely got a few thoughts on Marika as well, which I'll talk about shortly. Now though, Erudition Guide Fee. I have no idea how to pronounce that word. But as a result of this stream, I have a gesture. Oh my word. That was incredibly unexpected. Is there anything behind us? Just broke into this secret area and now I'm completely fucking it up. Can I go this way? I have to test. Yes, I can. This seems like the sort of area where something would be hidden. Yeah, nothing was happening for a couple of seconds there. I'm like, yep, okay, it's nothing. Then bam. Someone's study, clearly. Alright. Is this just breathing? Why are there bloodstains here? I don't know. Okay, that wasn't, unfortunately, as exciting as I thought it would be, but honestly, I'm glad I have that. That is another spell slot, if I ever decide to go down that path. Alright, let's go back to the Church of Vows, and I'll quickly try and summarize things. Okay, I have reviewed things. I don't think I've learned terribly much, but this is my best interpretation of events so far. There was a queen here called Renala, not sure how to pronounce it. She was the queen of a land called Caria, C-A-R-I-A. I immediately think of the Academy of Rea Lucaria when we say that, because the last 5 letters match. The Academy is over there somewhere. Can't see where. On the other side, we have the Erdtree capital, which appears to be Godwyn and Marika. I'm not 1000% certain of that. But also Radagon, Lord Radagon. He led a host out of the capital towards the academy, as far as I can tell, waging war. For whatever reason, he decided to stop the war and marry the Queen of the Full Moon, Renala. They got married in this particular church, and that stopped the war. Now, at some point after that, Godfrey disappeared. The first Elden Lord, Godfrey, disappeared. And at that point, Radagon left Renala and came back and remarried Queen... I can't remember her name now. Queen Marika. My god, all these names are hard to remember. And he became the second Elden Lord. He also became King Consort. So he's not actually a king, unlike, I assume, King Godfrey. Unless Godfrey wasn't a king as well. I've only ever heard of Godfrey as referred to as an Elden Lord, not as a king. So, not sure if I'm getting that wrong. And then Renala's basically been hanging out in the academy ever since. The subjects rebelled against the Carian royal line and locked her in the library. And we basically just went through there and fucked shit up. The thing is, I see the whole marriage to Renala as sort of a marriage of convenience. I think what happened, this is a cynical part of me talking, is that Radagon basically started the war And then he entered into a marriage with Renala out of convenience. And then when Godfrey disappeared, he's like, yep, okay, cool, my work is done. I'm now going to go back here and marry Queen Marika. Basically, this marriage, this miracle that occurred here, was just a pretext to stop the war. The other thing I want to say about Marika, and I did actually write this down, is that in 2 locations, we've heard Melina, our waifu, or our maiden waifu, echo Marika's words. I think one of them was up here somewhere. No, it wasn't at the 4th church, it was at the Church of Pilgrimage, and it was also at the 3rd church over here. She said these out of order, but I'm going to correct the order now. She said, quote, "My lord and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die." Second part of that is, "Then after thy death, I will give back what I once claimed. Return to the lands between, wage war and brandish the Elden Ring. Grow strong in the face of death. Warriors of my lord, Lord Godfrey." I'm sort of reading this as Godfrey, well, it was mentioned by Muriel here that Godfrey was hounded from the lands between. So what I'm wondering is, did Marika clear this place out? Did Marika clear the warriors out and then invite them back as tarnished once the war was over to, heal the land or claim the Elden Ring or whatever? I'm not sure. The other part that I'm trying to work into my thoughts is where the Knight of Black Knives and... was it the Knight of Black Knives? I don't remember what it was called now. The death of Godwyn. That's the part which I'm struggling to reconcile at the moment. When did that happen, and does this have anything to do with Marika disappearing and the Knights of the Land disappearing to fight in a distant land? I don't know. Maybe I'll delete all this, because honestly I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Knights of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden, was the first to perish. Soon, Marika's offsprings, demigods all, claim the shards of the Elden Ring. But maybe during that time, the Knights of the Land had left to fight in a distant land? I don't know. There's some weird shit going on here. Anyway, that hurts my head. Hopefully some of it will make sense, but I've got a feeling we're going to be fighting either Radagon or Marika towards the end of the game. Either that or Marika is going to crown us as the Elden Lord. I've also realised that the mid-boss that we fought in here, in the debate parlour, that was not Radagon himself. That was the Red Wolf of Radagon, who I assume was like his pet or someone's pet. But I saw the name Radagon and I got very confused with speaking to Muriel earlier, because I thought I'd killed him, but no, we haven't killed Lord Radagon. I suspect that's going to be a boss later on in the game. Alright, enough of that nonsense. I think what I'm going to do now is make my way to the foot of the 4 belfries and then start exploring this area of the map. We do have a point pointing us in this direction. We do have our 3 targets that were given to us by Gideon Ofnir. I believe one is in the east here somewhere. And the other 2 are somewhere around the Erd Tree. Not exactly sure where, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. For now though, I'm going to make my way over to this particular point of light and work my way up the hill. Let's go.